What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Geeks in a Pod. My name is Lomar.
Nam Onion.
And don't forget, when we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to be giving away all four issues of JLA Avengers, the last one in the last 20 years, the last one before the one that's coming out at the end of this year. So remember, 500 subscribers, subscribe, turn on notifications, and this could be yours. We have got a lot to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to first off start with a couple of things that I watched that Onion hasn't, and I know some people will care about it, maybe not. I don't care. My podcast, suck it. Um, Paul American. It's a new reality TV show with Jake and Logan Paul. I watched the first episode. It came out yesterday, I think, and that first episode was pretty good. It actually showed me like a different side of both of them. Excuse me, and I guess I found out that Logan is actually not a piece of shit as much as people want to like paint him as one. Obviously, a lot of things he's done has been like really bad, but like behind the scenes, he's like it seems he's real as fuck because he's honest with Jake. Like, cause when he booked that Mike Tyson fight, everybody was like, "Bro, you're fighting a 50-year-old man," and Logan was the only one in his family who was like it's cool, bro. Like I'm glad you're fighting Mike Tyson, but at the same time, like he's 50, dude. And so like I appreciate the honesty because not a lot of people are honest, especially around Jake Paul. A whole bunch of yes men.
Mm-hmm.
You should watch it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I saw like 15 minutes of it. It was alright.
Yeah. And then I finished Reacher season 3. The last episode came out yesterday as well. And man, they always hit the mark. And after watching that last episode, I need Alan Richardson as Batman. I know everybody wants what's his face. He's in that movie with Blake Lively. What's his face? Brendan Skellner. Yeah,
Uh,
everybody wants him. I want Alan. I don't. This guy's got the Batman build. Can act. He's got the aura for sure, and he knows how to fight. And this last episode really showed me that because he spoilers if you haven't watched Reacher season 3. I don't think Onion's ever gonna watch Reacher. If he does,
Probably
there's
not.
three seasons, so he'll probably forget this information by the time he starts watching it. But if you don't know, there's this in this third season, this like really like 8 foot tall mountain dude. He's like he makes Alan Richardson look short, and Alan's 6'3". So this dude's like huge, right? And a friend of mine, Iron, said that it's like a budget, like no costume Bane versus Batman fight, and I'm watching it, and it's like, yeah, it's so good. I am gonna start campaigning for Alan Richardson as Batman now. I need it, I want it, and I'm gonna have it if it's the last thing that I will do on this planet because have you seen Creature Commandos?
I have, yeah.
You know that silhouette and Batman's and up
Yeah.
there, he's swole. He's swole. So
Yeah.
I need Alan Richardson as Batman.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Uh,
your turn. You have
I
something to talk about.
yeah. I also saw something over the weekend that I know you did not see. The new Snow White movie. I was very bored, so I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, screw it. Why not just give it a watch? Um, it. Mm, I don't like it. It's okay. They it starts off as a really fun movie. I it's like a solid like 6 out of 10, but the
Mm-hmm.
third act is so bad. Like they completely change how it ended, and they make it like the corniest shit ever. Um, uh, some spoilers for the live action Snow White. But it's like instead of the evil queen like falling down the mountain, instead literally the entire village just starts ganging up against her. She runs to her mirror, asks who's the fairest of them all. It says Snow White. She gets mad. She smashes the mirror, and then she turns into stone, is sucked into the mirror, the mirror closes itself, and that's it. It's such a weird ending, and also Gal Gadot cannot act at all. E- everyone's saying this, and everyone's right about it. Every single scene, she's trying to be dramatic. It it's like Kal-El No as an entire performance. It's
Oh no, bro. Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
It again. The movie starts off solid, but yeah, it's like maybe like 5.5. It really that the last like 10-15 minutes really ruins it for me.
I have an interesting fact to tell you about this movie. You might already know it.
Well,
It's got a worse rating and review on IMDb than Dragon Ball
yeah,
Legends. Or is it?
yeah.
Was
It's
it?
got
Is it
like 1.7 right now. It's at
mm-hmm.
last I
No,
checked.
I think it's a 1.6.
Dang, bro. See
Yeah,
I feel like that's a straight up review, but because like it's not a good movie. It's not that bad. I've seen so much worse.
yeah. It's not. There's no way it's Dragon Ball bad. Like
It's not. No, Dragon Ball is so
that,
much worse.
that's a horrible movie. Like it's not
Yeah,
even like so dumb. It's good. It's just horrible.
yeah. I bought that on DVD today.
The Dragon Ball movie,
Yeah.
the live action one.
hmm I was at a store and they sell DVDs for like 50 cents, and I saw the Dragon Ball movie, and I was like, why not?
All right.
I might have it in the background in front of the episodes, and we'll see.
All right. Uh, okay. I'm not surprised this movie's like not good, to be
Yeah,
honest. Like I think I said last week, I'm not gonna see this movie regardless. It's partly just because I just can't stand watching Gal Gadot act. It's just like,
it's so bad,
yeah,
dude. She gets two songs in it as well, and they're terrible.
but yeah.
Mm.
Like scale 1 to 10, how bad?
Like -10.
Oh, great googly moogly. Okay.
Like
Um,
she becomes like a rapper from the '90s in one of the songs with like her movements. She's like just bouncing into the camera. It's so bad.
oh no. Oh
Also,
no.
I forgot to mention this. Dopey is nightmare fuel. Man, it's because they try giving him ultra realistic skin, and it just looks like uncanny.
I heard one of the is he the one that gets a side quest, like a side story
Yeah,
in the
pretty
movie?
much. Yeah, he has to learn how to talk.
Okay. So
Yeah,
for the viewers, what is your overall score? 1 out of 10 for Snow White.
yeah. Let us know.
Um, I'm not gonna watch it, so I'm not gonna rate it. I mean,
Yeah,
what
five
do
and a
you?
half for me. Yeah,
I feel like that might be generous, but
it
for
is.
sure.
Yeah, like the more I talk about it, the more I realize that I'm being very generous. So it's like it's fun, but yeah, it's definitely got some bad elements in it.
Mm. And transitioning, we made another oopsie. I guess it wasn't our fault. So it was reported that Saw 11 was canceled.
Mhm,
And it's not canceled, it's paused indefinitely, which I feel like
mhm.
that's just a bigger term for canceled. But
Yeah,
what's his face? The Billy the Puppet
yeah.
Twitter posted something and it was like, I have a chair
Like the games
too.
are never over.
Yeah, and then he made fun of the Avengers Doomsday casting, said I have a chair too.
Mhm.
So um I guess it's not canceled, but like it's just in development hell right now. So,
Yeah.
but they have enough confidence in like the future of it to continue the Twitter. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm
And
nervous.
Billy the Puppet also, he got a LinkedIn account, and he got hashtag employed.
Oh,
So,
okay, okay. Huh. I have a theory about this, and then we
alright.
can move on. But just
Mhm.
stay with me here, right? Is that what if the studio leaked the information that it was canceled to see how much like people would care for the movie? And then once like half the internet, especially horror fans, were like, they were like, okay, all right. And then that's when they started giving us these little
I
nuggets
mean,
about.
that's not a wild theory. Like, yeah,
I forgot. I have.
that 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 reminds me of a similar theory I have that we'll talk about later in the episode. Got nothing to do with Saw though.
Yeah. Um. More horror movie news. We're getting some Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie news next week.
Hmm.
Um, I am concerned.
Yeah,
Next week is April Fool's Day, so
yeah. We're also. I saw news that we're getting a Superman show on April 1st, and I do not believe it.
mm, mm. And reportedly we getting a Fantastic Four trailer on April 4th, so 4/4. It would make sense. If they
Mm.
don't, I feel like it's a fumble. But anyway, back to FNAF. I I liked the first movie, but that's just because like I'm a really big like I'm into the FNAF lore like deep. Where like I know like they're not like genre shifting games, you know, but
Mhm.
like the lore to me is just so rich and diverse. I love it.
I'm not gonna lie. I love the FNAF series. I hated the movie. I I think I gave it like a 3.3.
What, bro?
It,
See, I don't. I understand it's not a good movie, but as a
it
FNAF movie for the fans, amazing.
it had some decent fan service in it, but like uh, it felt like Disney Channel was making a horror movie during certain parts. Like the scene when she's like making like the bunker with all the animatronics. Like it felt straight out of a Disney movie.
Okay, I guess I understand that, but I don't know, man. I think I might have like my nostalgia goggles for the movie, like for this franchise on watching that movie. Seriously, and I will admit that. Like, I will always admit when I'm wrong, but like, I definitely, most definitely have rose tinted glasses on for this movie, bro. For this franchise specifically, because I've played every single Five Nights at Freddy's game. I've beaten them all, despite my from when the first FNAF came out to the most recent one, Ruins. I've played the VR games. I love this. I love this franchise. You know, I can't get enough of it. I want more of it, and I'm excited for the next one. It just feels like the crew was passionate about like the fans more than the critics. So I'm excited for, and hopefully maybe we do not get April Fools about this FNAF 2 news, because if we do get April Fools, I might punch somebody, but that's all
Mhm.
alleged.
Uh, yeah. I mean, again, I'm a hater of the first movie. I'm still excited for the second one.
Mm.
My boy Matthew Lillard's in it, right? He's
Mm-hmm.
in the second one too. Yeah. So that alone makes me excited. And Sonic movies as well. Those started off mid. I love the third one, so I'm sure that
Yes.
FNAF can definitely make a comeback with the movies.
Mm. Um, and more horror movie news. This is great. For you and I, this is great.
Yeah, we love horror.
Mm-hmm. We right before we started filming, guys, straight up on everything I love, right before we started filming, right before I hit record, we watched the Final Destination trailer, and
Hmm.
I am quite intrigued. This
Yeah,
is like,
I'm excited.
yeah. So the premise is that most of these deaths that have happened has been because of this grandma in this movie, because she saved a whole bunch of people who shouldn't have been saved, and so death is now coming after all these families, and that's a great premise. Like, I feel like if we this is probably the only way they could have done another Final Destination, because imagine if they would have just been like another cookie cutter Final Destination movie.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I'm
I
excited.
feel, yeah, like if it's executed well, and like the trailer shows that like they can definitely do a really good execution with this. Like it's gonna be a fun time to watch it. You know, uh,
Mm,
that I love the Final Destination franchise. Uh, it's very creative with the way that they do their kills, which I like. And yeah,
mm.
I
Um,
mean, it's just
I
pretty
also
much
want to
what
say
I want.
a big rest in peace to the goat, Tony Todd.
Yeah,
Seriously.
horror legend.
Um, yeah, that puts a damper on a lot of things because he was the voice of Venom in the Insomniac universe, and I guess he probably could have recorded his voice lines for like a Venom like game that was reportedly leaked, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Plus,
Um,
Candyman.
Candyman, bro. Oh, the goat, man. And he's the voice of
Mhm.
Zoom in season 2 of The Flash.
Mhm.
So we're rest in peace and rest in power,
Yeah,
Tony
he's
Todd.
legend in horror and superhero
Overall,
community. Yeah,
yeah.
goat.
Um, um,
I think that's all the horror news out of the way, though.
I think so. Um, on to okay. We'll do one thing before we jump into all the superhero news because there's like so much
Mhm.
superhero news this week.
Yeah,
A Legend of Zelda movie is already in the works and comes out next year.
I think
I
so.
think
Yeah,
I think there's a specific date. One second. Send me
yeah,
the
and it
screenshot.
is a live action Legend of Zelda movie, which is
Oh,
interesting.
March
Not.
26th, 2027. Okay, so not next year, but the year after that. So in
Mhm.
2027, we'll have a live action Zelda movie. Okay.
Okay, I want a Legend of Zelda movie with like an anime style to it. That would be really dope.
That would be fire.
Mhm.
I was kind of hoping also like the same like a little bit same animation as the Mario movie because I was hearing
Mhm.
that they were working towards like a Smash Bros. Like
Movie. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I I'm also a very big believer that not everything needs to be live action Minecraft, but
Mhm.
so I think they might fumble the bag with this, but it could be good. It could be
Yeah.
good. We have to see who's
I
A
mean,
cast and B directing.
yeah. I want to see writers caster, uh, writers cast director, and the trailer, and then I'll fully make up my mind. But yeah, right now I'm like, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm still a bit skeptical. You know.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. That's literally my exact same sentiments for this as
Yeah.
well. Well, let us know
Mhm.
what you guys think about the Legend of Zelda movie. I'm not that big of a Nintendo guy. I've only owned one Wii in my life, and that was when I was a kid, which I think everybody as a kid owned like a normal Wii, you know. So,
Mhm.
but I'm not that big of a Nintendo guy. I didn't quite enjoy the Mario movie. Surprised me, you know. I didn't know Chris Pratt could actually do that, but surprised the heck out of me.
Yeah.
Um, so let us know what you guys think about the announcement of a live action Legend of Zelda movie.
Yeah.
But moving on to the superhero news, and we have got a lot. Okay, so two things
Mhm.
about Spider Man for the MCU. One, reportedly, he's not going to be in Doomsday because Spider Man 4 is going to take place during Doomsday. So, reportedly, he's not going to be in Doomsday at all, which I'm a little upset about that because,
Yeah. It's a bit of a bummer.
yeah, like you're going to have the list of characters they have. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Mhm.
The list of characters they have, and just no Spider Man.
Yeah.
Like,
Everyone was expecting that Tom Holland chair too. Like it was.
yeah,
Uh, yeah. They could be lying about it, but I don't know.
because I guess
But
it
yeah,
makes
if
sense, kind of like to me, it makes sense.
not really.
It's filming like the it's filming part. That's what makes sense. Him not being in
Yeah.
it still doesn't make sense to me, but the him filming Spider-Man 4 at the same time as Doomsday makes sense because they start filming
Mhm.
Spider-Man 4 like relatively soon. I mean, he just did
Yeah.
a Brothers Trust giveaway that someone gets to be on the set of Spider-Man 4. It starts filming, I
Mhm.
think, the next month.
I think so. Around then.
So I guess that
Yeah.
part
That's
makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Uh, I would love to see like Peter seeing Doom as Tony. I feel like that could have
Hmm.
had a cool complex to it.
Yeah. Also, him meeting Johnny because they have one of the
Mhm.
best bromances in comics, so
Yeah,
that would be cool. But I mean, I guess we'd have to wait till Secret Wars. But even then, it's
yeah.
like, you know.
Hmm.
But in lighter news for Spider-Man 4, reportedly, um, I think I saw the discussing film posters. I can't remember. Chameleon will be the main villain of Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, I hope so. Chameleon is a very good villain, and we have not seen him in live action yet.
Mm. Yeah, and we haven't gotten like a grounded villain since Vulture.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm s-
Mysterio,
I,
yeah,
I'm
Mysterio's not grounded.
no, that was a whole
It's just
extra.
too much. Yeah, too much
Yeah.
drones.
Hmm. Um, I'm excited. They could do a lot of things with this. Um, although, oh, I saw something right before we started filming, and I forgot to tell you this, but I will break
But
this news to you that there was a leak. I didn't see it discussing film, but I saw it on my Twitter as I was driving back.
mhm.
That you got your theory right, reportedly. This is all reportedly, guys, but you had your theory right that Sadie Sink will be Firestar, and he
Oh,
meets her and Bobby Drake in college. So
ooh,
it'll so literally it literally could just be like a live action version of Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
dude, that would go hard. Like,
Yeah, so they're currently casting and looking. That's why that casting that the announcement that was had about that wise or what was it like that like young actor they were looking
mhm.
for. That's what that's supposed to be.
Yeah,
Is they're looking for a cast of Iceman, and
mhm.
give it to me.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends peak show.
Mm,
Yeah, if they could bring that into live action, that would be dope. Uh, One thing that I'm wondering about the chameleon thing, this
hmm.
contradicts another leak that came out recently that the main villain will be a girl. So I'm wondering, is it gonna be? There's three things that could be. It could be one double villain, two one of the leaks are wrong, three female chameleon.
I would go with female chameleon onion. I
Mhm.
mean, it is Disney after all, so and like I have no problem with that. I'm just saying that like I saw this TikTok of this guy. He was like, if you don't like things because there's like females in it and like they get changed like genders, you're weird. And I understand that and I
Mhm.
agree. But at the same time, it's like, why take this already established character and make them a female? Why not just make a different
Make it
character?
original. Yeah.
Yeah, like that just doesn't make sense to me. But I am going to go out on a limb here and say that Chameleon is going to be a female.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know. It's just a lot of rumors coming in right now about the movie, so I'm not too sure
Mm-hmm.
what to believe. I'm just taking it all with a grain of salt. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna just wait for more official announcements. But
Yep.
it,
Yep.
it reminds me though, one thing that's pissed me off is all the people getting mad about Silver Surfer being a woman when it's an
Right.
entirely different character.
Right. Right. Like that's Shala Ball,
Yeah,
not Norn Rad.
yeah, and her whole thing is she ends up teaming up with Galactus to save her planet. She's got a
Mm-hmm.
really interesting arc in the comics too. So
Yeah. I don't know. People are weird, man, and especially with the internet, bro. People are never gonna be happy.
yeah.
Uh, I'd like to say we're pretty mature people, so I'm
Mhm.
gonna hold off on my criticisms till the movie or for the movie until I see Zendaya cast in this movie. The
Yeah.
second that I see that, I'm throwing up my hands and walking away from that project, bro.
Mhm.
Everybody who's watched this podcast, you know how I feel about it. If Zendaya's in Spider-Man 4, I'm just not gonna
What
watch
if Zendaya appears and she just gets like killed off in like 5 seconds.
That's take my money.
Yeah,
Take my money, because then like we got like somewhere going. Although I don't know how I feel about that, because how, why, when. Anyways,
yeah,
that I wouldn't be too mad. But if she's like a vital importance of the movie, or even a character in the movie, besides like
mhm,
TASM 2 stalking scene,
yeah,
I'm throwing the movie in the trash. I'm review bombing it 1 out of 10 right then and there.
valid. Yeah,
Even if like I get like a cool battle scene with Spider-Man, Firestar, and Iceman, still 1 out of 10, straight up. That's how frustrated
yeah,
I will be with this
reasonable.
fucking
Yeah,
movie.
but
Anyways,
yeah, that is all the Spider-Man news. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below.
for real. Let me know if you guys feel the same way about how I feel
Yeah.
about Zendaya being in Spider-Man 4. Anyways, on to Daredevil, Born Again, episodes 5 and 6. Go first, Onion.
All right. I'm gonna give my number ratings and then just like real quick review. So episode 5, I'm gonna give it a 7.2. It's it's just a filler episode, but it's some really good filler. And then
Mm,
episode 6, I give an 8.3. I think first half, a lot of setup, second
mm,
half, peak.
mm. That's valid. That's valid.
Yeah.
Spoilers ahead. Come on, guys.
Mhm.
At this point, you should know we're just gonna
Yeah.
talk spoilers. But spoilers ahead for episode 5 and 6. Um, I think Alex is a little tweaking when he says that. Actually, for both reviews of these both episodes,
Yeah.
um, 5 is not a 10 out of 10. It's
Mhm.
it's a really great episode, but it's not a 10 out of 10. It's obvious filler. Don't mind, filler's good, but
Mhm.
but I don't know. I really enjoyed the like foot off the gas pedal a little bit, because the past few episodes it feels like they were just like throwing everything at our faces, like, and
Mhm.
constantly just going and going and going and going. So the foot off the gas pedal was nice, and it honestly kind of fits in as filler, because it's him stepping more into the Daredevil role when
Mhm.
he hears, peak scene, by the way, when he hears the bank robbers going inside the bank, and he turns back around to goes in there and uses his disability to like get back in there. And man, I, the fight choreography is so good. I mean, he
Mhm.
beats the crap out of like everybody that he fights in that
Yeah.
episode.
It,
um
dude, I'm gonna say this right now. Daredevil Born Again fight choreography is on par with Winter Soldier.
I'm thinking. I guess I'm just gonna always put Winter Soldier just like right above Daredevil, because I don't know, that fight scene between Cap and Bucky on the street, bro, gets me hype every single time. Especially knowing that that's Chris Evans and Sebastian Stan, learning
Mhm.
that fight choreography, doing all of that. To me, it's just so good, because he does the flip, catches it, and then they're, yeah, you guys know. But I will say that's like A1 AB for sure. Like that's not a crazy take. I mean, Daredevil in general has just had like, if we're going fight choreography overall for the MCU, it'd go Civil. No, I mean Winter Soldier, Daredevil, and then Shang-Chi. Like it's
Valid.
literally that's the top three. Nothing will ever top that,
Yeah.
because um yeah. But when Matt is like using his hearing, and Yusuf is talking to him, and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't just like crack this open. And then he cracks it open and he's like, how'd you do that? And he's like, I'm a really good lawyer.
Yeah. What kind of lawyer are you? A really good one. Pete.
Oh my
I
god.
dude, I was cheering. I recorded my reactions for these episodes.
Hmm.
I really don't want to sync it up with the show, and because that's gonna take forever. So I kept pausing it to be cheering about stuff. But
Mm.
yeah, it was that was one of those moments I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I do agree, however, with Alex and Andrew about the what did they say that this feels like before the overhaul, and I
Mm-hmm.
understand that because like the obvious hint at the extended universe outside of Daredevil with the multiple mentions of Kamala and
Mm-hmm.
the Funko Pop of Kamala. Um, um, Speaking of that, everybody's saying West Coast Avengers. No, I mean, come on. We literally
Mm-hmm.
we saw end credit scene of Kamala recruiting Kate. I mean, come on, guys. 2 plus 2 is
Yeah.
4. Young Avengers. I mean, like,
Mm-hmm. I feel like people just kind of forget about like that movie as a whole.
yeah. It's not like
Um,
it's terrible or anything, but it's just,
it's fine.
but like,
But yeah, I
yeah.
there's about episode 5. There is something that someone said that makes it clear that this is when it was pre-development change. Where the the big thing in episode 6 is Matt having to learn to stick up for the little guy. He's being told this. He's contemplating it. He doesn't know if he wants to do it. Meanwhile, episode 5 is entirely him just sticking up for the little guy.
Mm,
Uh, and this
yeah.
leads me to a take that I have that's a bit spicy. This
Mm.
episode should have been a St. Patty's Day special presentation. They shouldn't have told when it takes place either. Because this could realistically happen at any point in Daredevil continuity.
You're cooking, bro. You cooked severely, bro.
Yeah,
That's fire, bro. That's a great take, bro. That
thank you.
that would have been fire. They should have fricked me, dude. Oh my god, that would have been peak.
Yeah. Just like a little extra something on top of Daredevil Born Again instead of this just being kind of randomly shoved in there. Like it would
Yeah.
have been great.
Like, don't get us wrong. I mean, it's still good, but like
Yeah.
that would have been peak. Wow, I didn't even. Wow, wow, wow.
Dude, Marvel,
You
hire me.
you cooked. But you know who also cooked? Matt when he pulled up on that dude in that alleyway. Oh, great googly
Yes.
moogly. Holy.
What a fight.
And
I don't even know if you can call it a fight with how one-sided it was.
well, see, this is another thing that I was literally just thinking as I was like saying that is you know another reason why I think this was pre-overhaul
Well,
is because Matt was low key like not like he was fighting Rusty
mhm,
like like he hadn't been in the fight for a little while, and he got like he was getting overpowered for a little bit, like he got thrown into the bars and stuff. Like if
mhm.
this was even episode 5 or episode 2 Matt would have just washed his ass, and
Yeah.
that's why I also think it's pre then, because like Matt was getting a little worked at the start, but then he oh, a mutual of mine on TikTok brought this up to me. Matt did
Mhm.
the Robin Teen Titan knee drop on that dude's leg, and I
True.
started hysterically laughing because that's exactly
Mhm.
what happened.
Yeah.
Oh god, oh god.
Yeah, Matt was cooking during that whole episode. Like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, the tie thing, he's taking off the tie and wrapping it.
I love that. I love. I
Like
don't know.
that episode was just purely just Matt aura farming for like an hour.
Matt is a certified oral farmer, like
Yeah.
has and always will be. And every single time that I've ever seen Matt, I don't know why, but it's just so cold when he starts undoing his tie. He does it in Defenders, he does it in the original Daredevil. Every time he does it, you know some shit's about to pop off because he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Peak.
peak, peak. I mean, I agree with Andrew. It's
Mm.
just this show is just peak.
Yeah. There's not a
Um,
single bad episode, so not even a single mid episode.
yeah. If you guys don't like episode 5, I'm sorry for you. I don't know what you
Yeah.
couldn't like about it. I mean, saying it's just filler. So,
No, dude,
Naruto has some filler, and the Naruto fillers, some Naruto episode fillers are fantastic. So, if you
Mhm.
think because it's a filler, it's bad, I don't know. I think we might not be friends anymore because
Yeah.
that doesn't even make sense as like a criticism
Hmm.
to me.
And now I really want to see Matt Murdock star in a Die Hard movie. That'll be another special presentation.
Matt just
St.
dealing
Patty's
with
Day
like
one, the Christmas one.
hmm, Matt dealing with like a nighttime like bank robbery or some shit,
Yeah.
and he has to do with it like going. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna get like a little too crazy about this, but you that would be pretty good too. Um,
Mhm.
so my score for episode 5 is like a 8.5.
Oh, yeah.
On to episode 6. Oh, yeah, you're right. It does. The beginning of episode 6 does feel like setup, but at the same time, it's just so good. Like
Mhm.
Fisk doing Fisk things. I was that the episode that he almost had that crash out in front of the children during with all the meetings and stuff, and it's like,
That I think that was like episode 4.
are you sure? Is it?
Yeah, when the kids were singing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was 4.
I keep having these episodes mixed, but like trying to remember. So in episode 6, when he's like doing all the like building anti-vigilante task force, and everybody's yelling at him in his office, and you can see his eye twitch, and yeah, it's all set up, but it's like valid setup because
Mhm.
Matt's dealing with all the shit he's dealing with, and then Fisk
Yeah,
it's like, ooh, bro, sorry to cut you off. I mean, but the thing I love about the show is the continuous mirroring of both of them. Is that
yeah.
they're both going through shit throughout the day that is like just enraging them and setting them up for later. Like Fisk dealing with everybody yelling at him, and then finding out that Muse is going on, and Matt's doing the same thing at the same exact time. And so when Fisk pulls up on what's his name? I'm having a blank here.
Adam,
Help me.
right?
Yeah, Adam. When he pulls up on Adam, and then at the same time, Matt picks up the phone, and as you hear 911, he says "fuck it," and then
Mhm.
Fisk throws open the door.
So cold. So cold.
Bro, I love this show. I love this show. I love it so much. I love the continuous mirroring of both of them. And
Mhm.
I could yap about this show all day, but I will say that this episode was another 9 out of 10.
Valid, yeah. I'll give you that. Um, again, with the setup at the start of it, it's definitely not a bad thing. Like it's all extremely necessary setup.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just I'm not going to be going and giving something a 10 or anything if half of it's just setting up something for the future. That's my big problem with Across the Spider Verse. That movie's entirely set up,
Mm.
and but like that's still like a 9 out of 10 movie, but it's not perfect.
I think Across the Spider Verse is like a 7.5. But anyways,
What?
moving on. Moving on.
What? um,
Moving on. Um, um, I don't care that Matt can hear Muse. I think Alex is again
mm,
tripping when he's
yeah,
like,
that's such like a nitpicky complaint, dude. Like,
yeah, because to be honest, the thing that makes Muse interesting is his lack of empathy and care for
Yeah.
human life, and
Hmm.
his murals that he paints with blood. That's why Muse is interesting, is because
Yeah.
he's just like literally just a bad person.
Hmm.
And
Yeah. He's just a psychopath making really good artwork.
with people's blood.
Yeah.
Um
I will
and
say that
that's
the reveal of the artwork being blood I feel like they were making it a bit too dramatic. Maybe it's just because I knew beforehand, but yeah, I was like, "Are we meant to be surprised?" And then they say again to Matt like 10 minutes later, and it's like meant to be equally surprising. It's like, okay,
yeah, it's also like I do think it's funny that I think Fisk being pissed at the cops is completely
mhm.
valid. That
Yeah,
that guy had to figure out that the mural was made out of blood and not the cops.
hmm, yeah,
And one thing I did not like about episode 6 is the fuck the horror movie female decision that Hector Ayala's niece did. What in your great googly right mind made you decide to go investigate this stuff all by yourself
yeah,
at
uh,
night?
yeah. That's just valid.
It's like some Halloween scream writing, like
Yeah,
checking outside when somebody you know who's not supposed to be there is knocking on your door. Like
hmm,
it did.
investigating in like the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are like yeah, the sewer where you know that there's a killer who just freaking like scraped out the eyes of his fans.
Mm-hmm. And
Like,
it's like that's not like it wasn't public knowledge. I mean, that literally
yeah, it
what
was
like.
on the news.
Mm-hmm. Um, but that's just a nitpick. Like my rating for this
Mhm.
episode's still a 9 out of 10, but it's just a nitpick, so it's
Yeah,
not gonna take too long.
I think it's the second best episode. Episode 3 is still my favorite.
That's completely valid.
Yeah, I
That's
love episode
completely
3.
valid. I think everybody loves episode 3.
Yeah.
Um, but when Matt says "fuck it, bro," oh, oh gosh, I knew we were in for something special.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah, that
the
so
wide
cool.
shot of him parkouring over buildings, bro. Oh,
Yeah, I was thinking while watching that though, why is Daredevil better at being Spider-Man than Spider-Man right now?
to be fair, we haven't gotten really like good Spider-Man web swinging.
Yeah. Like that was like the rooftop parkour at the end of No Way Home.
Hmm.
No, yeah.
Yeah, straight up. um, but when Muse is like, he looks to his left, looks to his right, and you see Matt full sprinting at his ass. Oh
Mhm.
gosh, that's like that's up there with some things I'd probably shit my pants seeing.
Yeah.
And then the hook hits like right next to his face, and then Muse is like,
Mhm.
"What the heck?" And then like he looks back, and then Matt's there, just Superman punching him, and such great fight choreography. Matt crashing out at the same time Fisk is crashing out. Speaking of which, this man Fisk is so mad at everybody that
I know.
the build up, bro. I don't understand how people don't like the build up because the payoff is so good.
Yeah.
It, like,
It, that's what this show does best, the slow burn buildup that they got going on.
and then the immediate payoff, which is
Mhm.
so good. Like,
Yeah. And they even still got slow burn buildups,
mm-hmm,
like him growing and not fitting in his suits anymore.
mm-hmm.
Like truly becoming Kingpin. Like it's peak.
Yeah, and if I was Adam, not gonna lie, if a man opened my cell and threw an axe at me, I'm not picking it up because
Yeah.
obviously that man has enough confidence in me having a weapon that he's not worried at all. So
Yeah. That is big.
kudos to kudos to Adam, but he he's kicking daisies right now. So yeah,
Mhm.
Matt almost made Muse kick daisies. So.
Dude, I was ready for Fisk to do like the most gruesome murder in that episode. Like he
Mm-hmm.
had the axe, and I was like, oh yeah, he's about to chop off his head. Like, I thought he was about to go like American Psycho mode, and then
Mm-hmm.
he gives him the axe, and I'm like, oh, he's about to like rip off his head. Uh,
But no, he
but
just beats the beats
with
the
the shit
life
out
out
of
of
him.
him. Yeah, straight up. And then I straight up. I thought that Matt was gonna kill Muse. I thought that Matt was just like,
Yeah,
no.
I thought he was gonna be left hanging.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad he didn't at the same time because now we can get more
Mhm.
Muse. But
Yeah,
I
dude,
was
I
fully
was gonna
prepared.
be I was gonna be so disappointed. Just like, no, don't tell me you're gonna kill Muse already. I was like kind of cheering when he escapes.
Yeah,
You get more
that's
from him.
fair. So overall, another episode that I think is a 9 out of 10. I don't this show is doing the right thing, and
Yeah,
I
like
we have
every
3 more
episode.
episodes.
Yeah, every episode is like, I don't think that it's gonna be getting that much better from here, and then they just like throw a peek at me.
Mm-hmm. And we know peak is incoming, bro, because we still have
Mhm.
yet to get that Punisher Daredevil defending Matt's apartment scene, and
Mhm.
I just know, bro, I need to be wearing white pants that day when that episode drops because it is gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Insane. It's the first time we've got Matt
Mhm.
and Frank working together, like genuinely working together. So
Mhm.
I'm
It's
excited,
gonna be
bro.
so good.
So
Yeah.
I love this show. I
Mhm.
hope you guys love this show too. Please let us know what you guys think of
Yeah.
these
Dude,
two
I've
episodes,
been
bro.
I'm always so eager to film this podcast because literally none of my friends, except like one of them, have been watching Daredevil. So yeah, uh,
It's a
this
great
pod is like
medium.
yeah, it's like the only time I'm actually able to like yap with someone about it.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Um, let us know what you guys think of these two episodes. But one more
Mhm.
Daredevil thing, bro. We we won.
Me one.
We won. If you guys are unaware what I'm referring to, if you guys don't want to know about season 2 of Daredevil, because from here on out, I'm gonna talk strictly, basically spoilers for the next season. There was,
Kind of spoilers.
but I'm gonna talk about some story leaks that I read that has me insanely hype. So,
Then yeah, we're
click
talking
away if
spoilers.
you, yeah. So click away if you don't want to hear that. It's just speculation, pure speculation. I mean, we've been getting a lot of set picks, so I feel like we
Mhm.
would have seen some of these set leak, I mean these story plot leaks that I've read, but this is just purely speculation. So, but anyway, let's talk about the stuff that is not really a spoiler, but it's awesome. Matt's got the black suit, double D's. Why did it take
Peak.
this long to have the double D's?
Yes, we've been wanting it for so long now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
but we've been talking like 3 episodes straight. I think we've been saying where are the double D's at, and we got them.
Yeah, it's exciting. I
Hmm.
think Sokka and I were, or Middles, Sokka or Middles and I, we were talking about this in Discord yesterday,
Hmm.
and it's infinitely more funny that thinking of Matt. I don't care if he has enhanced senses. How did he make a perfectly stenciled DD and put, because the black, that suit is just his suit he has now, spray painted black,
Yeah,
which
that's true.
which
I didn't think about that.
yeah. So how does he have a perfect D,
Yeah,
double D stencil right in the center of his chest? Furthermore, um, it makes it more funny because when Matt says fuck it and goes down, we literally see a black suit helmet. So he
mhm.
has one. He just chose to not use it. Although you could,
Yeah, that's
it's um.
yeah. We'll see, but yeah, like it
Have you
low
seen any
key.
other set photos?
I've just seen a bunch of the the black suit ones. Dude, it's crazy. Even in his set photos, in the leaks, he still has aura in the photos. It's insane.
Yeah. Okay. So this
Oh,
is
the,
this is the
I
part where
will.
I start talking the future of season two. All
All right,
right.
wait,
So
real quick. I want to share a theory I have about the set photos. I think that they were purposely filming these in very open areas, knowing that people would leak it online to get people to talk about Daredevil more.
that's not what I thought you were gonna say because I had stuff to say, but that's a pretty valid. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
most of the stuff Marvel does
Hmm.
is intentional.
Yeah, like they had Ryan Reynolds back when Deadpool and Wolverine was coming out saying like, guys, don't leak the Wolverine suit, wink wink, like
Mm,
I feel like it's a similar situation.
yeah, but click away if you don't want to hear this. It's kind of some big things. I just a little bit. Okay, so if since you've only seen the black suit set photos, there was
Hmm.
other set photos of Karen wearing a wig and Matt walking around without his glasses and civilian clothes with a hoodie up. So in my mind, my theory is to why his normal suit that he has that's spray painted black is because we already know that the cops raid Matt's apartment. So maybe because of that, he can't go back to where his other suits are, so he has to spray paint his suit black. So that's why he doesn't use his normal, already made black suit.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, that's my theory for that. But as to the new story leaks, I mean leaks. This is all speculation.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it from Discussing Film, but I saw it from somewhere else. But anyways, this is this is what I would have wanted for Spider-Man 4. But the next season is reportedly Matt creating the Defenders again with a more they all have more comic booky looks and most of them coming back. But Finn Jones is the only one that I don't want to come back. Please bring back
Mm.
K Bit, not K Jessica Jones and Luke Cage's actors because
Yeah.
those two great. If you recast Iron Fist, I would not care. But if you bring him
Yeah.
back, he better care about the character this time. But
You should bring back Elektra.
I think that was one of the things, but I can't remember.
Oh,
But
actually.
so Matt forms the Defenders team to go against the anti vigilante task force and Fisk in season two. This is what I would have wanted out of Spider-Man 4 because
Hmm.
Peter has in a very in the comics Peter has a pivotal role in that. Actually basically everybody does, but more of like Matt and Peter and their
Yeah.
dynamic is really good in the comics about this whole arc. And after in the comics, after Fisk becomes mayor, Luke Cage becomes mayor of New York, and he still
Hmm.
currently is mayor of New York. And a couple of things that adds validity to this leak is that the chick who plays Jessica Jones, she who has been in New York and hasn't left New York. She literally also posted a picture on Instagram on her story of her in like a gym, training. So
Hmm.
I don't follow other people on Instagram. I just saw this on TikTok, so I went to Instagram to see if that was true, and it was there.
Hmm.
Um, so if this is true for the next season of Daredevil, bro, we have peak on the way,
Yeah.
bro.
They're cooking.
They
I mean,
continue to cook, bro.
yeah. I honestly I trust anything that the Daredevil show does at this point.
Mm.
They've got me like they're grabbing me. They can force me onto a couch. Like they can give me anything. I'll be watching it.
Especially after seeing that suit, bro.
Hmm.
Especially after seeing the black
I
suit, bro.
I was really hoping that they'd be giving us the white suit soon because that's one of my favorite Daredevil suits in the comics.
Hmm.
But the
Yeah.
black suit, first of all, I think it looks better than the one in the comics.
Mm.
Second of all, very hot take incoming. I think the black suit is the best live action suit that we've seen.
That's not ridiculous to say.
Yeah.
That's not ridiculous to say at all. And It's the only one that's like okay. So it goes to black suit. Obviously, we haven't even seen any freaking filming of it, like any footage of it, but it's obvious. It goes
Mhm.
that one, and then the
Yeah,
Daredevil Born Again suit. Like it goes to
yeah,
bam bam.
yeah. They're definitely like neck and neck. But
Mm-hmm.
if Daredevil Born Again had the double D's, it will be first.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, I completely agree. Okay, that's enough Daredevil stuff.
Mhm.
I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah,
But now to talk about the biggest thing that came out,
yeah,
and we both have
um,
polar opposite opinions
yeah.
about this.
Because we saw it in polar opposite ways. So recently, Marvel made a live stream announcing the Avengers Doomsday cast. I think there was 27 people that they announced, and it shows a chair with a name on it, and then every 12 minutes it pans to a new chair. Uh, and it was a 5.5 hour live stream. I saw a very good chunk of it, and it was like the most infuriating thing ever. It I like by the time it got to the good stuff, I like maybe cared like half as much as I would have if they hadn't taken so long. Because you wait 12 minutes and it's like Fantastic Four member, 12 minutes, another Fantastic Four member, 12 minutes, Captain America. Like, I, duh. um, I hated the live stream. Also, they spoiled Thunderbolts. Stupid.
Yeah. Um, by what I mean, guys, is us having polar opposite opinions is because I was at work. Onion's blowing my phone up as I'm at work. So I take my break and I'm in the bathroom and it's already announced, everything's announced. So I'm watching the video and I'm just ecstatic. Like I'm seeing all these things happen and I'm like I'm hyped. I literally the words I texted him was like this is so fucking hype. And
Mm.
Onion was like I hated
Yeah.
it. But so I will go through everybody that was announced for this so far. I have the list right here. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Paul Rudd, Simu Liu, thank you, Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Iban Mas Rockbach, Lewis Pullman, he's Sentry in Thunderbolts. Sir Ian McKellen, I hate. Pause real quick. I hate that they didn't add the Sirs to Ian McKellen and Sir Patrick Stewart. They've been knighted. Their names are Sir Ian McKellen and Sir Patrick Stewart.
Mhm.
Nitpick, I know, but it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Sir Patrick Stewart, Sebastian Stan, Kelsey Grammer, James Marsden, Channing Tatum, Rebecca
Mystique.
Mystique. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alan Cumming, Letitia Wright. Do not know how to say Namor's actual name. I do not want to butcher
Yeah.
it.
I I'm not even gonna try it either. Yeah, it's
No, I want to try it out so bad because it's so. I know no.
I'll
So
try it when I'm
Namor.
not being recorded. But yeah.
um, Namor, Danny Ramirez, Anthony Mackie, Florence Pugh, Wyatt Russell, David Harbour, Hannah John Kaman, and Winston Duke, all officially announced for
Yeah.
Avengers
There-
Doomsday.
There's one name that kind of really surprised me actually. Alan Cumming. That one shocked me. Because if you don't know, he did not do the third X-Men movie because he hated the makeup process of the second one so much. So I'm curious, are they going to make him CGI?
I don't think so. I think enough time has passed that he'd probably be ready to step back into the Nightcrawler role.
I hope so.
A couple of things that I have on this. Just some thoughts that I'm gonna spitball real quick. Let me know how you feel, Onion, about this. So first and
Mhm,
foremost, I completely agree with you. It does kind of spoil who lives and dies. So there's no
mhm.
Taskmaster here. So someone's cooked. Anyways,
Yeah.
um, And honestly, I
He's
don't
cooked from
care.
the
I've
start.
never, yeah. Honestly, I don't care. I've never liked. I Black Widow specifically and only because the way they butchered
Yeah,
Taskmaster. I mean,
that's one of those things where it's like completely unnecessary change. Absolutely no reason.
mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm,
it's not just because it's a gender swap, but it's just straight up they butchered the character as a whole. And Taskmaster is one of
mm-hmm.
my favorite villains, so it really
Yep,
pissed me off.
yep. But I'm nervous. I am nervous. I am nervous because I get that this was a great casting announcement and everything, and the X Men is in this movie and everything, but I am having this feeling that we might get a Doom Wand slash like Wanda Illuminati, but Doom X Men thing that
Yeah,
happens.
I'm kind of scared about that too, because there's no way that they said that they have more to announce. There's no shot that they have all these characters in the movie and all of
Mm-hmm.
them are going to be doing big roles. I don't believe it.
Yep, I concur. As much as I would love a James Marsden redemption lap because
Hmm.
he looks like the part. Like even the flowy hair, he looks the part. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous.
Yeah,
I mean,
epic. I really want to see a comic accurate Cyclops suit.
I know, bro. I know. I know.
That'd be
Either
so cool.
either the giant X on his forehead or the X-Men 97 belt all the way around
Hmm.
suit. Either one, give it to me.
Yes,
But
please.
what if they're cooked, bro?
Yeah, I'm scared about it. Yeah,
I am.
it's
Oh, bro. Oh no,
I've been
bro.
saying that they need to have Doom show how powerful he is in some way. This could
Hmm.
very possibly be the way he just kills the entire Fox X-Men universe.
And Sean said something really funny in the
Mhm.
Discord. The casting announcement makes the ending of Deadpool and Wolverine just like less impactful.
Yeah, it does.
Like
Because
what's the song? It's like thank you for the having the time of our lives or something like that. You know, with that sad
yeah,
song, and it's like all
yeah,
the
yeah, the Green Day
videos and the
one. Hmm.
yeah. So that's why another reason why I think they're cooked because unless okay, so I saw this theory on TikTok and I actually don't
Hmm.
mind it. It's like, what if we have like an X Men versus Avengers thing going on while Doom because since Tom Hiddleston is confirmed, what if Doom is trying to attack and um, go after Loki while like the incursion's happening and the X Men and
Hmm.
Avengers are fighting at the same time? So
That's it's an okay theory. Yeah,
yeah, I feel like that's like also a lot of like a really hard to execute, you know,
yeah.
because you would have to jump back and forth between like the fight and what Doom's
Hmm.
up to and make us
I
care
also.
about what's going on.
Mhm. One thing that I'm very excited to see is
Mm,
Chris Hemsworth is in this movie. Tom Hiddleston's in this movie. The Thor and Loki reunion is gonna be peak.
Especially since this Loki that is the god of stories right now.
Yeah.
Um, he cried seeing Thor and seeing Thor
Mhm.
mourn his lot, his death, and he like understands he has a different purpose, and so I'm so excited, bro.
And maybe we'll get to learn why Thor was crying.
But he was holding Deadpool.
Okay, I'm coping.
Uh, do you think that after the stuff that's going on with Blake and Ryan, that he'll even be in the Avengers movies?
I I don't think he'd be in it no matter what. Because if there's no shot they're gonna do an R-rated or R-rated Avengers movie.
Hmm.
So they'd have to get a toned down Deadpool, and like I feel like either do an R-rated Deadpool or just don't do him. You know?
I suppose he just doesn't have to be like a as crazily what's the word vulgar.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, but
his hit.
like if he's not dropping any f bombs for the whole runtime, like that's gonna feel kind of weird.
I feel like if he does, it should only be resided to him. Like spitballing here again, right? Doom rips out Thanos' spine. Deadpool
Mhm.
hits the one and only fuck, and he says, "What the fuck?" Looks at the camera and like mentions that and from the comic, something like that. Like
Mhm.
if they put bring Wade into it, I think he should be the only character that should have the. Because is it in a PG rated in a PG-13 you're allowed one fuck, right?
You can say once, yeah,
Yeah. So I
and
don't
then
know.
you can technically say in like different languages too.
That would make for some hilarious Deadpool lines.
That
Like
it,
if
what just imagine just all throughout the movies just saying different variations.
yeah, yeah, like how he does with in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Mhm.
Uh, do you want to build a snowman? Frosty the Blow. Uh, you know what I'm talking
Mhm.
about. So
Yeah, yeah,
um, I'm just not trying to get us struck by YouTube. But yeah.
yeah,
Um, I feel like they kind of because I think we both voiced our opinions of how cautious we were about this movie, not last
yeah.
episode, but the episode before or something like that.
Yeah, like one or two episodes ago.
Um,
Whenever
I think
the
I think they pulled me
leaks.
back in. They definitely pulled me back in.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what'll happen. Um, I'm still optimistic,
Mm. And
but
nervous.
yeah, I'm more excited. I feel than I previously was.
Yeah. Um, I'm just nervous for the direction of this movie because we
Mhm.
definitely, like you said, definitely need to see how Doom, how powerful Doom is if he's the
Mhm.
main bad. We also have a couple of characters that weren't announced. I mean, we obviously have more people that are going to be announced, but like,
Yeah,
where's Star Lord? Where's Strange?
mhm.
Where's Wanda?
Hugh
Um,
Jackman.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, who else? Who else are we missing here? Basically, any of the Guardians. We don't have Rocket. I mean,
I
obviously
I mean,
he. Um,
debatably, there's they shouldn't bring back the Guardians outside of Star Lord. I'll take ish.
I don't know.
I
You
I
could,
I think the actors said that they were done with the roles, most of them. But like the stories were perfectly wrapped up. I feel like there's not really any need to continue with their characters.
yeah, but like everybody besides okay, like I'm talking about the end Guardians, like at the ends of Guardians 3, them. I'm talking about them. Groot,
Yeah, I mean,
Rocket, uh how do you say his name? Sean Gunn.
I yeah,
Um um Cosmo and Adam Warlock and then
yeah. I
that little
don't get. I'd be down to see them, but I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's understandable if we don't.
yeah, I guess like it makes sense. I think that Drax and Mantis definitely shouldn't come back for sure.
Yeah, like, don't give us that. Don't give us like Gamora.
Mm-hmm. What about Nebula? She went and did her own thing too, right?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, it's been a while. I have to rewatch Guardians 3.
yeah. I haven't seen it since the theaters. I don't think.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, which is crazy because Guardians is my favorite franchise, and
I still have Cap over it, but that's just because two of his movies are.
yeah, I have heavy. I'm like big Guardians glazer.
Yeah, I know you said that you're a Guardians 2 defender, so
Hmm.
that's a topic for another time.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, optimistic and scared about Doomsday.
Hmm.
Still the same sentiments as the last episode we talked about this, but
Yeah.
still the same exact sentiments. But
think you'll say
The
right?
yeah, just one more thing. Fantastic Four, the one with Miles Teller, is overhated.